Hello there. This is Mr. D. This is let's see, one, two, three. I think this is my 34th section of a prepared Adventist manual. And I believe it has to do with how CSDR works with other agencies and organizations. Let's see if we can bring up that screen for you. Right here, I believe it is. There we go. See? Yep. How ACSDR works with other organizations and agencies. The Adventist Community Service Disaster Response. So that's what ACSDR stands for. Is only one of many public agencies and private organizations which respond to the needs of disaster survivors. To provide the best possible support to the survivors, all the response agencies and organizations must work closely with each other. This minimizes the risk of not providing some of the very important support and maximize the efficiency with which needed services and goods are provided. How our ACSDR fits in? The ACS is a founding member of the organization known as the National Volunteer Organization, active in disaster. NVOAD, I didn't know that. ACS is also a member of most of the affiliated state and regional VOAD. More than 40 national volunteer organization, emergency management agencies, and business partners minimize or eliminates duplication of and gaps in disaster service by coordinating as part of the NVOAD. The NVOAD provides a primary forum for networking, activity coordination, and information exchanging before and during after disaster. We cooperate very closely with the government agencies at all of the levels. Many of these government agencies recognize ACSDR for its expertise in donations of management. Our program is updated frequently and is closely comply with the national program changes. The VOAD member organization, through their own programs, provides specific services. Each organization has an area of responsibility or service function in which they specialize. ACSDR specializes in donation management. This is not just warehouse operation. It involves much more, from neighborhood collection to distribution of goods to the survivors. When each member organization provides its specific services, most of the areas of the need are covered, and the survivors receive the best possible assistance towards their recovery. We must realize that not every need of every survivor can be covered every time. No SUVs. As all response organizations gain experience, they apply lessons learned to their response program. One lesson that has been learned by both government agencies and private organizations is that people who want to help the survivors in the best way will affiliate themselves with one of the major response organizations. Thus, who choose to respond on their own are known as spontaneous unaffiliated volunteers, or subs. Most of the time, these folks create problems of coordination and supervision in a response area. Government agencies at all levels are strongly encouraged all volunteers to affiliate themselves with one of the recognized response organizations, become trained in the service provided by the organization, and respond as part of that organization's response team. The ACS strongly supports this philosophy as do all other major response organizations, rather than decide on your own what you feel needs to be done and then trying to do it. Join one of the recognized response organizations. Most of the nationally recognized organizations provide a photo credentials for their official volunteers. While such credentials are not intended to allow entrance into any specific area of facility, they indicate that the bearer has affiliated themselves with a recognized organization. Official ACSDR credentials are only issued by our national organization, not by any local church, local conference, or union conference. They are only issued to volunteers who have successfully completed the official ACSDR training. Beware of organizations which are not well known and do not have the long history of disaster response. Following every disaster, there are new organizations formed that recruit members and financial support, but do not have well-structured or documented response programs. Quite often, such organizations do not have the training and staffing to accomplish that they advise. There are even some that have alternative intentions for the use of funds, such as organizations are even known to make false statements about being affiliated with one of the national recognized organizations. Sad as it is, this has been proven several times in recent years. One of the tools often used in these improper recruitment efforts is the internet. If you do not recognize an organization, check it out with the Better Business Bureau or through the trusted official channels. And these agencies that are helping us can also be better understood, again, by going back and maybe reviewing, let's see here, maybe by reviewing the potential disaster relief agencies and maybe the community services relief, number 5 and number 6. Number 5, let's see here. It's going to go through the different organizations and volunteers. That would be a good one to review along with what we're doing right now. And community relief. Those would all be part of, as I said, the section we just finished, which has to do with supports of organizations and agencies. So please review this section, kind of have an idea how they work with the other sections in this honor, and write your notations on those boxes. And we'll continue now on to our next section, which is going to be, let me see here. Look at my trusty looking little book. And it looks like we're going to go to Adventist Community Services Ministry. So see you there. Okay. God bless.